Innovators, welcome back to the club. Today we'll be talking to a 17-year-old entrepreneur, Tyrell Harris, and talking to you guys about how to really start a business during this crazy and wild pandemic. If you can get it done during now, there ain't no excuses. There ain't no excuses why you can't do it any other time in your life. We're your hosts. I'm Akila Friend, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Evan A. Chapman.
And as you can see, we have a very special treat for you guys. We also have entrepreneur Tyrell Harris, founder and owner of fashion brand OOFI. Hi, Tyrell.
Hi guys. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing well. We're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Canada. just so y'all know, okay? Not only is he doing his thing, he's doing his thing overseas. So much so that we just, had to talk to him. We'll be talking today about his brand again, as I mentioned, OOFI. We'll be talking about you and how you really got things started, giving folks tools and tricks and all these tips when it comes to really, again, starting your own business and just chatting more about what it's like to be a young entrepreneur in this day, in this stage of COVID-19. So
yes. So let's get started. Okay. So Tyrell, I need to know, what does OOFI mean? What does it stand for? How did you come up with this name?
Yes.
Well, the meaning of OOFI actually means rich and wealthy in the English term of the 19th century. So it's like an older word. So we just picked that. And then the way how I got it was one day, me and my mom, we're just thinking what's a good name? And then we just researched and we found OOFI. And we're like, it's a catchy name. And we just picked it up.
And just went with it. I mean, I think that's honestly the hardest part is choosing the name for the brand. Right. So the fact that you were just like, listen, I researched, we went with it, and that's it. Talk about that process when it came for deciding on that name, really.
Yeah, it was hard because it took like multiple hours to find the name because my mom found out, was like, no, I found out, she was like, no, and then we just found an agreement and we picked that one.
Yeah, I feel like that is the hardest thing. The name, 100,000%. But tell us what made you want to start a clothing brand? What about clothing draws your eye?
Well, clothing, it's in my family. My uncle has his own business, and then I like streetwear, so I decided to make my own clothing brand one day. So I just went with OOFI, and then it worked out. It's been successful.
Yeah. So just give folks a little backstory too, because as I mentioned, you started it during the pandemic, but give people a timeline. Obviously, now we're in February 2021. Can you start for how long has this business been running thus far? When did it start as a thought versus when did it become actually something that you put into fruition?
It started last year, this time last year around February. And I always been thinking about starting my own thing because my parents always told me work for yourself rather than work for someone else. So that's always been stuck with me, and I just decided to make one.
Yeah. So you're coming on to a year. Well, really, you pretty much hit a year now. Are you doing anything to celebrate that year? We're going to delve into how this year has been for you, but how are you celebrating it?
We haven't been celebrating. We're just still focused to keep pushing, and then when we reach our certain goal, then we're gonna celebrate.
And what are some of those goals?
Well, obviously I want a store, right? But I can't get a store yet. So I would say a store, but this whole virus is annoying.
It is. That is definitely one thing that is annoying. We were just talking earlier how dining in LA just opened back up 2 days ago, and everyone has lost their minds, and everyone is out wilding. They're on vacation right now. They're we're woo, freedom! Everyone is so excited. So I'm so definitely the virus is so annoying. So I'm sure. I know you were saying in Canada it was still kind of locked down, right?
Yeah, Canada's still on lockdown.
Oh my gosh! I hope you guys kind of get that moving quickly so that you guys can enjoy outside as well, because it is hard to just be in the house but I guess you have all these amazing ideas for your clothing brand mustering up while you're in the house, right?
Right.
So let's talk about that a little bit. How do you come up with your designs?
My design is basically our whole family, we bring to a group of us, we just sit down and we should do t-shirts or tracksuits with designs on the back or the front. And then it's all just a thought, period.
Yeah.
So that sounds like it's kind of a family business. So this sounds I know that you were saying that your family own their own businesses as well, but it sounds like OOFI is something that the entire family's involved in, something that you go to your parents to and you're kind of okay, I have this idea, or they might come to you with an idea. How is that executive process working? Who is the final say-so on like a design or a color or something like that?
Yeah, I'm the final like I choose it, of course. But like if I needed help, I'll like go to them and be like, is this good, or like is that color good? Like, you know?
Right. It's good to have folks that you can trust around you
Right.
to ask those kind of questions and storyboard. That's awesome. You know, I realized we were jumping straight into it. I know for folks who are watching, you see that he's wearing his brand, his hoodie, OOFI on the name, but give folks an overview of what kind of fashion you all do and what kind of fashion do you design? Is it obviously streetwear, but to talk a little bit more about the items itself.
Yeah.
Okay, like the items like tracksuits and like t-shirts, you mean? Yeah, we have a lot of like tracksuits, more coming soon. We have t-shirts, we have like water bottles. It's all like a different variety of like accessories.
Yeah.
Which are all needs, honey, because
especially now.
Listen, the amount of sweatpants and sweatshirts that I own at this point, it's like insane. I don't even like the only time we ever get dressed up is to do this podcast. And this is like the only time I ever feel normal. Because other than that, it's like when I'm on my work Zoom calls, it's plain
sweatshirts,
no makeup, no hair done. Like it is just crazy. So so we all need any type of like cute jumpsuit, sweatshirt. So is it unisex or is it like men and women line?
Unisex for sure. Like everyone can wear it.
Yeah. That makes it so much easier. I feel like with your design process and with people who are purchasing, like no one needs to worry like, is this gonna fit too tight? Exactly. Is this gonna be too loose? Like it just works because it's just like it's one size fits it all. Like you just don't need all the extras.
No like complications, like simple.
Absolutely.
Especially now. That's all you need.
I was looking at the Instagram and I was like, yo, you have, for 1 year out now, you have so many celebrity shout outs. How did we get that? Like, how did that happen?
Like, honestly, like, we just text them and like the Instagram DM and they're like, okay, wow, like, we see you like hustling, like grinding, we'll support you for sure. Yes. So it's been very like helpful for them to like support, reach out.
And it seems very, very organic. Can you name some of the celebrity, for folks who have not seen your Instagram or social media pages as of yet, name some of the folks that you've been able to get on to wear OOFI?
There's been Rick Ross. He's been supporting. There's been Safari. Have you guys heard of Jason Mitchell?
Jason Mitchell. I feel like we should know him, right?
I feel like we should.
He's the singer.
No, he's an actor.
Oh.
You know the show
I feel like we do know. Wasn't he on The Shy?
Yes. Yeah, he was.
Oh, he sings also. Yes. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Right. That guy. That's like most of it right now.
Honestly, if you started off with Rick Ross, that's
my drop. You don't even need to go any further. We heard it all right there with the Rick Ross. That is amazing. I mean, just the fact that you're able to get that off of like a DM, I think that like solidifies that you're popping. Like I'm sure they get a billion trillion DMs on a daily.
Yeah, for sure.
But the fact that they comb through it and whoever reached out to on their team to be like, yo, like, yes, we want to support this. I think that that's amazing. And to be 17, like, let's not skip over that as well. Like young, we love that. Like amazing. Round of applause.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Like, being 17, there's so much that you have to balance with life at any age, but especially young and focused on, let's say, school or what have you, the next steps, really just being a teenager. How do you balance that and your own business, your own brand that you're building for yourself?
Well, school-wise, like school and like business is still like hard to do both at the same time. But like being like a regular teenager, like go out and stuff, like with their friends. I would just stay home and do business and then some schoolwork and then video games, of course. So.
Yeah.
I feel like right now, maybe that whole like work-life balance is a little bit easier because everyone's on lockdown. And, depending on who you live with, your parents or grandparents, like some people are going to be really strict with the rules of like not wanting people to come over or vice versa. So I think right now that work-life balance is easier. But like when you were in school, I mean, this was a year ago. So I guess you have it.
He got it right at
you get it at the perfect time. Like I don't think you've ever had to struggle with that, like hang out with me, like type thing, because we've been been in quarantine for an entire year at this point. So.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes. But I guess with that, how do you see yourself continuing to balance it now? I'm assuming you'll be applying to university, or
Maybe
I don't know
not.
if you're going to be doing this full time for a little bit. Just tell us a little bit more about
Your
your
future
plans
plans.
and how would you incorporate OOFI in them?
Well, I've been thinking about going to like college for like a business degree, to get my business degree, but after that, school's probably like, like I'm not doing it no more. So then, yeah, it's probably just college, and then I don't think university.
Right. And in college, like you said, you'll focus on business, and at least you have something to apply it to from day one, which is really good.
Absolutely.
Really good.
Absolutely. That is amazing to just have the business know-how, first of all. So I'm assuming you get this from your parents, right? Like just naturally that they are able to guide you. I wish that I had parents. I mean, my dad has like started several businesses. So it's like in that way, he's obviously, I told you he was running around for us earlier today, getting us headphone splitters and eyelash glue and everything else we need. Our little like assistant.
Papa Chapman.
Okay. So my dad has started several businesses. So it is so great to have a parent that kind of is able to step in and help you and bounce off ideas and kind of give you that knowledge, because if you don't have that, I feel like it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole of like losing money, investing money, buying things you don't need, like X, Y, and Z, and to have a successful business.
Yeah. So how about you? Can you talk a little bit more about your support system? Like, I know you mentioned earlier, yes, this is your business, this is your brand, absolutely. But how do you lean on the people around you? And what kind of qualities do you like about some of the other folks that are helping you in your family?
Yeah, like my family, like they always like if they like, I like how like honest they are, because like if I pick like a design that I like, they'll be like, nah, it's not really like that nice, you can do better. So like they're always honest, and like always keeping like a book. So like the honesty I'm like I can trust them with stuff. Yeah. If I need their help like on like social media, like if they can like text someone for me, they'll do it.
So what role would like your mom play or like your dad play? Like what's their roles in your business?
I think you have a sister too, right? So you said yes.
Well, okay, so like my mom, she'd do like the social media, and then if I needed like help with the post office, my dad can drive me over. And then my sister helps with like social media sometimes if I need her to help. So like they always help.
Yes. So you're actually like packaging the items yourself too. So you're and your mom is helping.
And you're delegating. So this is, you are the
boss.
CEO.
Boss. CEO. Okay. Yes. We love to see it. I think that like, do you find it fun to be packaging all of the items yourself and seeing the addresses and seeing like every week or every month, like maybe there's more? Like, is that exciting for you?
Yes, it's very fun. Very fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us more about like that. Because I feel like it's hard work, first of all, to keep track of all the orders, make sure the addresses are going to the right person, no one's having to send it back, the sizes are correct, right? Like, it's kind of a lot to try to keep organized. And if you're especially doing it from your house, even though you have help, like, it can be a lot. So even though, like, tell us about that balance. So it's a lot, but you're still able to enjoy the process, which is great.
Yeah, it is a lot. But have you heard of Shopify?
Yes. Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Shopify is a very important like tool for us, because like it shows like where the address is, what they bought online. Like, yeah.
It all works.
It's like a very organized like app for us.
Right. So how about let's just chat a little bit more about where people can find your clothes. We've been talking about your clothes, we've been talking about your designs. Can you chat more about how folks can go from hearing this podcast, listening to this podcast, watching it, to actually placing that order and supporting your business?
Well, like social media, I feel like social media is like a very important like spot to like find like our like podcast right here. If they wanted to like find it, it's very important.
Yeah.
Instagram, like Facebook for sure.
Yeah, I feel like those places are definitely the hub. I know I do. I'm so guilty of this. I do so much Instagram shopping. It is ridiculous. Like, I will shop at anything that I'm like, oh, this is cute. Oh, I want, like, and it'll be stuff that people have never heard of. On my Instagram, I love to support Black-owned businesses. So I'm always looking for new Black-owned businesses to buy and shop at. And I'm trying to make more of like a conscious effort to continue to make my closet more Black-owned.
Yes.
But it is just like, it's a thing. So yes, Instagram, I would agree, is like 100%, because I'm guilty. I will definitely be shopping.
Yeah, so you got it. It sounds like you got the great model, great formula, and I mean, this has been so great already talking to you. How about we tell our viewers where they can listen to more things like this?
Yes. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching and listening to the Black Creators Club. Y'all already know the deal. Okay, it is season 2. We are here with Tyrell Harris. He is giving us an amazing interview on OOFI and everything that you guys can need to go find on Instagram. Okay, we just talked about this, shopping. Please continue to like, subscribe, and comment on our podcast. We are here for the people. Okay, you are here for us. We are here for you. You can find us on Instagram at the Black Creators Club. You can find us on Twitter. You can also email us any leads, any ideas or things that you guys want to hear us talk about at the Black Creators Club at gmail.com, and continue to support. And
yes. With that, let's get right into the game. So we talked about earlier, we talked about all things OOFI. We talked about Tyrell and what he's doing with this, but we also want to know and test a little bit of his choices when it comes to who he would like to style next. So this game is called Style or Not. And what we're going to do is present you with 2 different options of amazing artists, creatives, people in general, and you'll choose one or the other for who you'd like to style. Obviously, if both came to your door, you're styling both, but we're going to do this for the purposes of this game. Okay. So we're not blocking any blessings. We're just saying, who do you want to style first? So with that, let's go into the first selection. Style or Not, who'd you rather style? Lil Nas X or NBA YoungBoy?
YoungBoy for sure.
I knew he was going to choose that one. I knew it.
Why? You got to give me a little breakdown. Why YoungBoy?
Well, YoungBoy is actually one of my favorite rappers, and I also like how he styles like his clothing as well. So I'll say YoungBoy for sure.
Yeah, he definitely has that nice like streetwear, like layered look, a little pop of color here and there.
Lil Nas X will be that challenge. You know what I mean? It's like, this is so outside.
Well, there's some other ones.
Let's go to the next batch.
Okay, so the next one. Okay, I've never heard of this artist, so I hope she came up with this. So I hope you know who this is.
People, okay.
Pooh Shiesty?
Yes.
Okay, and YBN Corday.
Probably Pooh Shiesty.
I was like, you got
I'm gonna Google him after this podcast, y'all. I don't know who this man is.
All right, would you do Young Thug or Gunna?
Gunna for sure. I feel like Gunna's more easier to like dress than Young Thug.
Yeah, Young Thug's got his own thing going on.
Okay, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna give you some girls. Okay, so we have Keke Palmer or Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Yes, I feel like Zendaya is easy just because she has this like androgynous like vibe to her where like her dressing can be like very girly or very tomboyish, and so I feel like it could go either way.
Keke got the swag though. I love
Keke
they both do. I mean, but
I understand why he picked Zendaya because I could see like the vibe. She does very casual things.
All right, so what about Yara Shahidi or Marseille Martin?
I didn't even know them.
Oh, what? You said, who are they?
Yeah, who is that? Who is that? Okay, well, next.
We'll give you a pass. We'll give you a pass.
I was like, if we had a picture to show you right now, we would. Well, do you watch Blackish? Have you seen Blackish?
No.
Never seen Blackish?
I heard it's but I haven't watched it.
That's why you're like, who is
all
that?
All good.
Okay.
I know you know these next two, though.
Right.
So how about between The Baby or Kodak Black?
The Baby for sure.
The Baby,
the baby right
nice,
now, yeah.
Nice.
I love me some The Baby, okay? I be telling her all the time. I was like, The Baby is it for me. I love it. Okay, so the last one is Jaden Smith or Tyler, the Creator.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden?
Yeah, I like Jaden Smith.
And I think we both kind of were like, he's like kind of a challenge too, where he's kind of like, he dresses in a lot of different, like, the sex lines are blurred, if that makes sense, right? Like he'll wear a skirt and pants and like it not be a big deal to him. So it's like a challenge, but like really dope. Like I feel like you could do streetwear. Like you could really do a lot of dope styling with Jaden because he would be down for anything, you know?
Yes. and speak. Well, thank you for playing Style or Not. This was fun. This is really fun. Just get more in your head in terms of who would you want to style next. Speaking of style, though, we want to shout out and really have a surprise for our listeners and for our viewers. We'll be doing a partnership with OOFI, so stay tuned. It's going to be a giveaway. We'll be giving away a select hoodie. Actually, it might be the hoodie that Tyrell is wearing now or not. We'll see, but you'll be surprised, and it's going to be amazing regardless. So stay tuned for next steps.
Yes,
there.
Please look on Instagram. Look on our Instagram. Look on OOFI's Instagram, because we are going to be putting all the rules to the competition there. Can you tell us, like, what sizes do you run with your clothing line?
It's just extra small, like medium, like the generic like sizes.
And then what's the biggest, like extra large or 2XL?
It's triple XL.
Nice.
Oh,
You said wearing it now.
Right.
We should have put two and two together.
I'm really done with Akila. She said Rick Ross is wearing it. That's
Ross.
why
you talking about the baby, Rick Ross. It's Rick Ross to me.
Triple XL. Hello. Okay.
Yes.
We love that.
Yes.
Such a good size range, because there are, you gotta include all the body types, and so we love that.
Absolutely. Well, this was amazing. This was so good, Tyrell. I'm so glad we got to speak with you. I want to give you the floor if there's anything else that we didn't ask that you want to share. Anything else you want to share about OOFI? We're good? I feel like we covered so much today.
We did. I mean, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you're able to be successful in a pandemic, be as young as you are, and set up your future, because that's really what it's all about, and create that generational wealth, because that is so important. And the fact that you have family support, like we love you, we love your brand, we love what you're doing. We want to continue to support you in any way that we possibly can. So let's please keep in touch. Like, please don't be a stranger.
Absolutely.
We love it.
Share your social, actually. I know we mentioned it a ton of times, but where can they find you personally? Where can they find OOFI to follow? Let's give you the space to do that.
Okay, the website, you can go at www.oofi.ca. And that's the website. You can see everything on there.
Perfect.
And also Instagram is just oof.ii.
OOF.ii. Okay, great. And thanks so much for listening, you guys. You can find me chatting pop culture, business, lifestyle topics, all at Akila Friend. Ebony, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at EbonyChapman12, where I'm also talking to young entrepreneurs like Tyrell Harris over here, who own Black-owned businesses. So you guys can catch all of my IG Live interviews on there.
Okay, and again, you can follow all things Black Creators Club at the Black Creators Club. Thank you so much for joining today, and remember, always abide by your ABCs.
Always be creating.
Bye.